And then why would somebody want to do this?
Why would somebody want to make a paperclip company? To abstract the complexity away of repetitive tasks that agents do and to turn your AI experience from a chat experience to a scalable autonomous loop, whether that's writing content or building a startup or writing recipe ideas. If you're a soccer mom, you don't want to come up with dinner every night. Well, shit, here you go. You've got agents working for you. And to figure out what do white 6-year-olds in Minnesota like to eat on Thursdays on average with autism. And it's going to create meal plans. Like, that's a silly idea, but dude, it's for everybody.
I think we need to clarify something, because most people are just getting started with the stuff. So we have to walk them through how would you get to this point actually, which is you probably start using ChatGPT. I think that the vast majority of people that are aware about AI and LLMs, they are using ChatGPT, right? Then probably started with the new wave of vibe coders and what Cloud Code did, right? So then you would go into building your own app, and then you can use Replit, Lovable, and other tools. But if you're going to be like more pro, you will probably end up using Cloud Code or Cursor or something along those lines. Then you have a third level, which is, agents that have broader access to your system and can automate many more things and have a much broader context. Enter OpenClaw, right? And that has been a transformational technology. The CEO of NVIDIA is already telling you need to have an OpenClaw strategy, because this is the kind of technology that is going to eat the world. And now we are talking about, okay, now that we have really good agents that can get things done for a startup for real, building code, creating the marketing, creating sales funnels, reporting, project management, you name it. Then it starts getting complicated, because you need to have some sort of human, at least the human creating all of this stuff. And you need to have the agents coordinating among themselves, and you want to keep control on what they are doing, and you need to give them tasks. Enter Paperclip.
Yes, enter Paperclip. So exactly, once you're to that point where you are sick of managing the agents yourself and you want to hire agents to manage the agents, that is where where Paperclip comes in. And to talk about, so previously, like Quantic said, these could have just been a bunch of Claude. Like, you can have agents with identities and all this in Claude code. You just give them a file structure. All it is a folder with folders inside of it that have files that say, hey, you're an agent that does content, or you're an agent that you're a Polymarket pro trader. That's all it is. It's the same AI model that wakes up every day for all of these agents. So let's say you make your first or you make your first OpenClaw agent. You've graduated from ChatGPT to now making OpenClaw agent, and you just make your one agent, right? You make your one agent. We only had one agent for weeks, right? Okay, so we originally made her to do trading on Polymarket. We realized that's fucking hard. But in that, we stumbled, and then we talked about this last week, we stumbled upon the fact that this is actually a bigger and better way to run Web3 Matters as a company. So what we did was we isolated the trading side, and so if you're familiar with an org chart, then that's what this is. Polly here at the top, and she has her trading agents over here. It's these 4 agents. These guys only do trading stuff, okay? So we have a project manager here on this side, Sid, and then 2 tuners, and these guys tune different strategies and refine them over time. And then Kai, this is the developer or the engineer on the trading side. So if any of the scripts break or something, maybe the project manager tells the tuner to do something, but they're like, yo, this tool's broken. Then Sid makes a ticket for Kai, and Kai comes along and fixes it, tags one of the tuners, and then they pick up the job and continue once they're unblocked. So that's the trading side. On the business side, and this is kind of a work in progress for sure, this is really what's going to, when we say we are a Paperclip company, this is the side that we're talking about, okay? So I talk to Polly, and, Polly is listening to the stream right now, and she, she gives a transcript to Tom down here. She gives a ticket or an issue. Dino, he decides which one, or Dino, I can't decide how the pronunciation, which one of our agents is going to be good at this, right? So if it's a finance thing, it delegates to Dennis. If it's a dev or engineering task, it delegates to Devontae. If it's anything marketing, it gives it to Tom. Tom either does it himself or he deploys one of these two sub marketing agents as well. And then they get the task done. And then the last agent right now, his name is Ratchet. So he does QA. He goes around every 4 hours and he scans all the tickets. If Dino asks Tom to do something and the task doesn't get done, Ratchet comes through and tags Tom. And he's like, bro, your boss told you to fucking do this thing. You need to do the thing. And if it's blocked, you need to tag an engineer to fix it for you. So he basically keeps, he's like the floor, the factory floor, the warehouse manager. He's watching the people on the forklifts. If somebody,
taskmaster.
what?
He's the taskmaster.
I thought you said ass master.
No, I mean, tomato.
Oh shit. But yeah, exactly. The taskmaster. And that's kind of where I'll land the plane. If you guys want to talk about any of the specific agents, or maybe we give one or two examples, I can go into their agent page and show you, but I'll land the plane there for now. So this is an org that I'm like building just the idea for. So if you see up in the header, it says no agents yet. So if you wanted to, it's like you download this, you have your agent run it on your computer. Like you could have Claude Code or Codex set this up, right? You just give them the Paperclip GitHub URL and say, hey, I want to build a Paperclip system on my computer. Don't add any agents. Just get this system on my computer, and so I can open the UI. Once the Codex or Claude Code has done that for you, you don't need any secrets. It's pretty straightforward. You could probably do it in one prompt. Then you're going to come to agent and don't click this, ask the CEO to create a new agent. We don't even have a CEO for this fake company. So you can get to the advanced, and then right there, you see the options. You can do Claude Code or Codex. So let's say we go with a Codex agent, right? So this is going to be, you're going to name the agent. You can put the prompt template, which this is kind of like the system prompt. Like, what does this agent do? Okay. What are its goals and things like that? If you want to make an instruction file, you can also have Claude Code or Codex or ChatGPT make this instruction file. You tell it to make an agent's MD file for an agent that does that, is an expert in generating startup or SaaS ideas. Okay. You'd choose and you'd open up your little file finder there. And then you just do fill out the rest of it, right? You could drop down, select which model you want to use. It's very easy, to be completely honest. And then you create the agent, and then it would show up in this org chart that obviously doesn't exist yet. Then you can make another agent. You can have it answer to that agent, and you just keep hitting the plus and you keep configuring new agents, give them good jobs. And it's like, that part is pretty easy, to be honest. It's about asking yourself, what do I want to do? What do I want to autonomous? What do I always ask ChatGPT every day? What do I always ask Claude to do? What are things that I do every Sunday? Well, those things that you do on a schedule, that's what you want to abstract away so you can spend more time with humans. Boom, mic drop.
Hold up. I got something for that.
Hell yeah.
That was awesome. That was cool.
For folks, I mean, yeah, and I should pass the mic because like this is like, I tend to make like overcomplicate things. It's not really that hard. It's not really that hard. It's when you get the
you had to make this as concise as possible, how would you describe it?
On like what to do or what it is?
Both. Start with what to do.
Yeah. So what to do if you want to make your own Paperclip company is I would download Codex or Claude Code, copy the GitHub repo from Paperclip, ask Claude Code or Codex, say, get this running on my machine. I want to build a Paperclip company. Do not create any agents for me. That would be my prompt.
Awesome.
Go eat dinner, come back, you should be live.
And then why would somebody want to do this?
Why would somebody want to make a Paperclip company? To abstract the complexity away of repetitive tasks that agents do and to turn your AI experience from a chat experience to a scalable autonomous loop, whether that's writing content or building a startup or writing recipe ideas. If you're a soccer mom, you don't want to come up with dinner every night. Well, shit, here you go. You've got agents working for you. And to figure out what do white 6-year-olds in Minnesota like to eat on Thursdays on average with autism. And it's going to create meal plans. Like, that's a silly idea, but dude, it's for everybody. I promise you, this is the future. You could guarantee that ChatGPT is going to make their own Paperclip. or something like that. They've already hired the creator of OpenClaw, and I imagine they're going to make a model specifically for this type of workflow. It's probably going to be open source too.
Okay. But here at Web3 Matters, we are early and we went
Right.
ahead and made it for ourselves and for you guys to let us know.